Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another rip-roaring rendition of the weekly. It's good to be with you here. Apologies for being a few days late this week, but we've got some reminders, some new information to send your way, and so I think this is going to be helpful information for you. This is your update video for Wednesday, December 7th, 2022. Thank you again for joining in today. Like I said, I've got actually 6 things I want to go through here today, and then one thing that I want to ask your help with at the very end of the video. And so I don't want to tarry because like I said, there is plenty to go through. So let's jump right in here. As you are aware, we are now in the month of December, and in fact, we are 7 days into the month of December, and that means that we are planning out our schedule for January and February of 2022. First thing today, I want to talk about blockout dates for the upcoming, for the upcoming new year. We are currently in the process of putting together schedules for January and February, and we need your blockout dates. Deadline for this is this coming Sunday, December 11th. Please make sure you've got all your blockout dates in by that point. We'll then reach out to those of you who are the team leaders and ask for you to go ahead and put the schedules together. And I'd like for you guys to take next week and do that. Have those out by the 18th. We have already, or at least I think the band, for the most part, and a few of the other teams are pretty well scheduled out through the 1st of January. If you're not available on that date, do make sure that you've got your blockout dates in for that. And then, of course, all of January and February of 2022. Should be pretty simple and straightforward. In the past, I've played a blockout date video as far as a tutorial on how to put those in. I'm not going to roll that now just because we've got a lot to get through today. If you need that, comment below and I'll send you a link to it. But yeah, like I said, I've put those in previous videos, so I think everybody should know how to do that by now. Couple of reminders as far as scheduling that I want to put on your radar. We are getting a little bit lax as far as our procedures here for scheduling. Scheduling is one of those things that it's just something we all have to do, and there are some standard behaviors that we all need to have in order for us to communicate well and for us to be all on the same page. Couple of things that I want to remind you about. First of all, we schedule in 2-month blocks throughout the year. We do the first 2 months of the year, months 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And how we always do it is we will reach out to you the month before the new schedule begins. So right now we're in December, and we ask you to put in blockout dates for those 2 months. Now, you can put in blockout dates at any point throughout the year. And in fact, I encourage people just to keep a running tally of your blockout dates. When you know that you've got something that's going to put you out over a weekend, go ahead, put it in a blockout date. In fact, I've seen some of those come through. I've seen things for next summer come through, and I appreciate you guys keeping an updated tally of those. But the important thing is just to put in the blockout. They really do take less than 30 seconds to put in, and it helps your team leaders out a lot. So please make sure you've got an updated log of blockout dates. And you say, well, you only schedule once every 2 months. Well, yeah, but we get declines from time to time that come through, and we need to know who else would be available to fill those spots whenever that happens. So it's always important to have blockout dates up to date. The other thing is, like I said, here in the next week or two, you're going to be receiving service requests for January and February. Those will come to your email. If you have the app, the Planning Center app, and you have your notifications on, you'll also get a notification there. And I'm going to ask you to respond to all of those requests within 48 hours. If you've put your blockout dates in, you will not get a request for a date that you've blocked out. If something comes up or if your schedule changes, that happens to all of us, you can hit decline, put a reason in there so that we know, we're communicating, we're on the same page here, and we know what's going on. If for some reason you get a request for a date and there's outstanding information, you need a little more information before maybe you've got a tournament coming up or something like that with one of your kids, reach out to your team leader and communicate that. Don't just leave service requests open-ended. For those of us who are responsible for making the service happen and for scheduling people and for managing personnel for that, that is a huge disservice to us. And it's very simple. You can serve us well, your team leaders. It's not just me, it's your other team leaders as well. You can serve all of us well by responding to those requests. I have had some team leaders come to me expressing frustration over receiving declines the night before a service or declines the week of the service, and I understand that happens on my team as well from time to time, or the teams that I schedule for. And so just some best practices. Number 1, respond within 48 hours of receiving your requests. Number 2, if you get to a week of and you see that you're on a service and you've not responded to your request, plan to do the service. Do whatever you got to do to move things around in your schedule to make it work so that you can be there for the service. And especially the night before, if you open up Planning Center and you're on a service and you didn't realize it, change your schedule and make it happen. This is this is a commitment. We're not just running an activity club. This is not Saturday morning basketball or pickleball or a book club. This is a ministry. We're doing important work here to serve our people. We are leading people in worship. We're teaching people about who God is, and so this is very important that we take this seriously. And I hope for you that this is not just a way to fill time, or I love playing an instrument, and so this is just an outlet, a volunteer opportunity. I hope it's more than that to you, and that you treat it with that kind of respect. So please approach it that way. Respect those who you're on the team with, and this will help us all be able to serve our people well. The final thing. Actually, I tell you, before I say this final thing, I do want to say that a vast majority of the team handles their blockout dates really well. You do all the things that I'm talking about. And so I want to express gratitude for that, because the vast majority do. But there are some of you who are filling spots, and all the spots are critical. We don't just throw in a spot, just to give somebody a job. We're not the government. We do things with purpose. So we, all of the spots are critical. And whenever this is for those who are doing practices that are not best practices. We'll just say that. Okay. So second thing is, I understand people go through seasons. There are times whenever you can't devote as much time, or maybe your priorities or your interests change and you want to go serve somewhere else. That's just fine. Listen, I'm not holding a gun to anyone's head and saying that you have to be on the team, you have to do your thing. If you decide you want to go do something else, you have my blessing to do that. And I would never force anybody to stay on the team whose heart isn't 100% or who doesn't feel the calling to be there. Have a conversation with me. I'm totally open to that. Communicate. What I don't want you to do is just block out the rest of the year, or to block out the next 10 years and just send off an email. That's a very confusing position to be in from a leadership standpoint. Have a conversation. Don't just block out dates and disappear into the digital ether. Make sure you have a conversation. Okay, very good. That's all about Blockout dates. I appreciate you guys, the vast majority of you who are just doing this really well. Thank you so much. And for those who aren't, there's plenty of grace. I understand it. Life is busy. Things compound. It's hard to keep track. I get that as well. But just take some steps to meet these standard operating procedures a little more accurately. Okay. Second thing I want to talk about today is our concert that we have, a Christmas concert we have coming up this Friday night, which I'm really excited about. We had a great dress rehearsal last Sunday evening. And so thank you for all of you coming and being a part of that. If you did not make the dress rehearsal, it is critical that you look in Planning Center and see what the order of events are, and then find someone who was there and pair up with them and make sure that they can get you the information that you need to get. As far as this Friday night, 3:45 p.m. is the call time. We will do some simple warm-ups. We will maybe start a couple of songs. I haven't decided yet what we're going to do. And then about 4:25 p.m., we're going to send the choir through the line so that you guys can get through the meal line first. And then 4:30 p.m., of course, the doors open and the night kicks off. The second event will start at 7 p.m., which is the dessert, and then that second performance will be 7:30 p.m. Between concerts, I'm going to enlist your help, cleaning tables, kind of turning things over, and serving our people who are going to come again to the next performance. So stay close because you will probably be given a job to do in between there. But just want to let you guys know that was probably going to happen. But yeah, this Friday night, I'm really looking forward to it. Enjoy it. Have fun. Remember your training. Remember everything we've planned for here, and then just enjoy the gift of music and serving our people well. Okay. The next thing I wanted to bring up today is the Christmas party. I know I sent out an email about it this week and did a post, and had lots of great responses from that. So if you've not signed up and you're planning to be a part of the Christmas party, check the link below. Like I said, we're going to do some Christmas caroling. We're going to eat some food, and then we'll do Christmas trivia. It should be a lot of fun. And like I said, that's coming up next Thursday on December 15th. Christmas Eve. Let's talk about Christmas Eve. We've discussed this a little bit, but important things to remember. Oh, I still have the messed up slide in there. Wow. Okay. Well, my editor is very awful and incompetent. And just so you guys know, I am my own editor. I don't want you to think that I'm bashing, some nameless intern behind the scenes. I make my own slides. I am my own editor. I am he who is incompetent. So, my incompetent editor obviously did not change Wednesday, December 24th to Wednesday, December 21st. But that's Wednesday, December 21st. That's the rehearsal. That is a mandatory rehearsal for all who are involved. You will need to be there 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. If you can't make that rehearsal, let me know ASAP so that we can swap you out with somebody who can be there. These are, these big performances like this, there just really is no, there's so many moving parts and a lot to communicate. And I am moving more toward, if you can't be there, let's swap out with somebody who can be. There's still grace and some wiggle room there, but this rehearsal is important. So I want to. The only reason I'm emphasizing this is we did have people who missed it last year, and it's difficult. It's more difficult to have the performance when missing rehearsal. Okay, so anyway, mark that rehearsal as Wednesday, December 21st. 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. And then the services, of course, will be Saturday the 24th, 1, 3, and 5 o'clock p.m. Our call time for that will be 11:15 a.m. that morning. And then the final thing, this is just a reminder, we will be doing Carols in the Lobby this Sunday morning with the horns at 8:45 and 10:15 a.m. And then with the choir on Sunday, December 18th at 8:45 and 10:15 a.m. as well. Oh, there I am. All right, very good. So those are all of the updates/reminders for this week. I want to hop into Planning Center and take a look at this weekend's set. So let's see here. There we go. In Planning Center, we've got, of course, the horns will be playing in the lobby, so we won't do any type of pre-service music or anything like that, just so that they have as much time as possible in the lobby. We will do a call to worship, which I've not put in yet. I'll make sure to put that in there, but I'll have Terry lead that call to worship. We'll then have Terry leading the first song, Rejoice, in the key of D, followed by Mallory leading Angels We Have Heard on High. This is the Kim Walker-Smith version in the key of B flat. Cindy will then do our welcome and greeting, and then we'll go into Come Behold the Wondrous Mystery, led by Chris in D flat, and Firm Foundation in D, led by Amanda Ballard. We'll then have our bumper, which will be 1 minute 26 seconds, not 30 seconds. We'll get that adjusted, and then Tom will be up for the message. The invitation this week is the full team, so everybody plan to be up for that. It'll be a new piece. This is not going to be, this is not a congregational piece, so this won't be a song that we put in the regular rotation, but it's a great reflection on the incarnation, led by Terry. This is Sovereign Grace music, so How Low Was Our Redeemer Brought in the key of B flat. Like I said, led by Terry, and it'll be the full team out at the end. We'll have the benediction, and then we will be finished. All right, everybody. That is... I'm doing a very bad job at switching cameras today. Sorry. That is everything for this week. I do have an opportunity, a service opportunity this Sunday afternoon. We are going to be striking all of the tech, all of the music equipment, and moving it from the A-Gym into the new sanctuary, because Sunday, December 18th is going to be our first Sunday in the new sanctuary. So as you know, those of you who helped us bring everything in, it is a monumental effort, and we're going to need some hands to help us out. So this Sunday, 1:30 p.m., we'll be carting everything over, wrapping up cables, really doing as much as we can with that time to kind of get the A-Gym struck and everything over to the new sanctuary. It certainly will not take as much time to strike it all down as it did to set it up. Most of that time is going to be spent in the sanctuary, but we just need some muscle and lots of hands to get cables packed up, to get equipment moved over into the sanctuary. So if you can help out any amount of time on Sunday afternoon, we'll probably be there from 1:30 to, like 5 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. So if any period during that time that you can come help out, that would really be a huge help to us. Comment below or send me an email or shoot me a text and let me know that that's something that you can help out with. I'll also be posting this on the Facebook page. I might even send out an email based on the response, just so we get plenty of hands to help out there. But that's happening, like I said, this Sunday afternoon, 1:30 p.m. The reason we're not starting right after church is we have every year, the ministerial staff, we do a luncheon during the holiday season for the widows and the widowers of our church, just to do something special and extra to value them during the holiday season. So that is actually happening this Sunday during the lunch hour, so right after the second service. So I need a little gap in there to do that, and then to then transition over and start moving things out. I think that's about it as far as that's concerned. We'll give you tasks whenever you're there, but yeah, just comment below. 1:30 p.m. this Sunday. All right, everybody, have a great week. Looking forward to Friday night. It's going to be a blast, a lot of fun. I'll see you then, and until then, take care.